Hey man, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to another little episode. Hey, we looking at. I'm sorry, I'm a little fucked up right now. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna make the little. So I'm gonna make the video interesting. So we gonna be looking at scary TikTok compilations. Hey, we gonna be looking at this shit. We gonna see if it's bullshit or not, cause you already know. Cause me, I was born in October, so you already know it gets dark like that. So I was born October 27th. I was born the 31st, but you already know. Like, I don't know, Scorpios, we got dark personalities anyway, but we very intrusive, if I said it right. But anyways, we're gonna be looking at this video, and please like the video. Please give me 10 likes. If you're new looking at this, please subscribe so you can help me grow the channel, because I'm trying to get up to at least 100 subscribers real soon. So like hey, if all I have is 100 subscribers, I entertain my 100 subscribers every day, because I'm just grateful for y'all. But we gonna get into the video. But first, I'm gonna like the video, because I want to lead by example. Everybody who look at this video, I want y'all to do the same thing too. But we gonna get into this video. Let's get to it.
This is why you should always change your locks. In 2017, a college girl woke up from a nightmare drenched in sweat and decided to rinse off before going back to sleep. She propped her phone on a shelf, turned on some music, and then hopped in the shower. A few minutes later, she reaches for her phone to change the song, but stops suddenly. Reflected on her phone's screen was a person standing in the middle of her bathroom facing the shower.
Oh,
she
hell
somehow
no.
kept her composure, turned the water to scalding hot, and then ripped open the curtain and sprayed the intruder in the face. As they howled in pain, she ran past them to her kitchen to get her butcher's knife. In a panic, she can't find her knife, so she just runs out of the apartment and calls the police. The police go in and come out with a crazy-looking woman in handcuffs. One of the officers...
What the fuck? That's a demon.
Comes over to the girl and says she used to live here and she had copies of your keys. Then he pauses and looks down and brings up a clear evidence bag that contained her butcher's knife, and he says, looks like she wanted her apartment back.
There's something terrifying going on at Chuck E. Cheese right now, and I'm gonna explain it to you. So we all know about the...
Ho, so that's why she couldn't find the butcher's knife? What the fuck?
Contained her butcher's knife, and he says, looks like she wanted her apartment back.
Yeah.
There's something terrifying going on at Chuck E. Cheese right now, and I'm gonna explain it to you. So we all know about the game Five Nights at Freddy's, right? It's a game based around a restaurant that's pretty much like a Chuck E. Cheese, where the animatronics come to life and wreak havoc on all the guests there. But what if I told you this was possibly happening in real life right now? Just 2 days ago, 5 children have gone missing inside of a Chuck E. Cheese, and the parents reported a weird smell from the inside of the building. And then just like Five Nights at Freddy's, someone that worked the late night shift actually got killed after hours. Now these are all pretty weird, but here's the kicker right here. Check out this headline. Night shift workers from Chuck E. Cheese claim strange movement from animatronics post hours.
Oh, hell no.
What do you think about this? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's fake? And I mean, with 2020 and everything going on, like, I wouldn't be shocked if it was real.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 1. When creating the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland, they couldn't create skeletons that looked realistic enough, so they used real human skeletons. Since then, they've removed all but one. Ducks sometimes become cannibals due to boredom.
No. How you gonna have all the bones? You know what? We're gonna replace all the bones, but we're just gonna keep one, and you gotta figure out which one it is. I'll figure out which one it is if you pay me first. Depends on how much you're gonna pay me.
They kill and eat each other. This behavior begins as early as 4 weeks, meaning they kill all but one. So they used real human skeletons. Since then, they've removed all but one.
That's crazy.
Ducks sometimes become cannibals due to boredom, meaning they kill and eat each other. This behavior begins...
So... What if 2 ducks was brothers and shit, just out of boredom? I'm like, you know what, fuck you, brother. You know what, out of boredom, you know what, I'm bored, brother. I'm gonna eat you. I'm like, brother, what you doing? Like, motherfucking Cain and Abel ass motherfucking ducks.
Since as early as 4 weeks old. Crocodiles are capable of galloping, similar to a horse. Luckily, alligators cannot. And while we're at it, tarantulas can swim.
No,
it's extremely
hell
common
no.
after you die that there will be extreme gas buildup and you will burp after death. And sometimes dead bodies can even sit up on their own. Also, if a pregnant woman dies, the gas buildup in her body can actually forcefully push a baby out. In other words, a post-mortem baby bazooka. Hearing is the last bodily function to go after one dies, so it's very possible that the last thing you ever hear is the paramedic calling off your CPR.
This is why you should never stay in sketchy motels. In 2005,
Hold on, before you even start that, please do not stay in no sketchy motel. If you don't got the money, please don't go on no trips. Please. Look, I'm a hood nigga. I'm not a street nigga, I'm a hood nigga. I lived in the hood all my life. And all I gotta say is, I'm a bougie one of that too. I mean, I know how to settle for less, but I know how to ball out if I want to. But anyways, look. Do not get no sketchy hotel. I don't give a fuck if you. I don't give a fuck if you trying to just hit some real quick. Do not get no sketchy hotel. Don't get nothing that don't have a name brand. Like, when I was younger, I used to go to I forgot what the shit, the little red hotel with the red jump. But if it's something that is not name brand or it's like a Motel 8 or something like that, don't go to that shit. Go to look, save up your money. If you really fuck with the girl, go to a Marriott or something like that, or a Hilton or something like that. If you see a good discount for the night, man, get that jump, man. I don't care. Like, throw out $50 or $80 until you unless you got your own place, get your own place or whatever. Yeah, and do that to shit. But other than that, don't get no sketchy no sketchy hotel at all. Fuck all that. If it look dirty, look, cause I want to spend $20. You're alright. Your ass gonna get robbed, and your car ain't gonna be there no more. The fuck? Do better with yourself. Don't get no fucking sketchy hotel.
a young woman on a solo road trip across the country decided to stop for the night. The first place she sees is the Mountaintop Motel.
No, I would not stay in no hotel like that. I will find a Marriott or something like that. I will find a La Quinta. I don't even like La Quinta. I will go over there and spend the night. Do you got any rooms? Please tell me you got any rooms. I will get the cheapest. I will get the most. I'll take a guest room. Like, hey, I'm not going to the type of Jones.
Looked pretty cheap, but she was tired, so she said good enough. The check-in guy eyed her.
Matter of fact, go to like a Wawa's or something like that, or some of them well lit and busy areas that you can sleep in your car. You could just go. You can sleep in the back of your car for probably like 3 hours or whatever. Sleep in the back of your car and be back on the road. What's the point of getting a hotel?
Her up and down very uncomfortably, and then asked her if she was traveling alone. She ignores the question, pays for her room, and then walks away with the key. When she gets inside her room and sees there are literally cockroaches in her bed, she says nope and decides to sleep in her car in the parking lot. Around 3 a.m.
What the fuck? Oh my god, she look creepy as shit. But what I say, like, sleep in your car. But I don't know.
She wakes up to see the check-in guy using his own keys to get into the motel room she was supposed to be in. A few minutes later, he storms out and slams the door and starts walking towards her car. Terrified, she hides under her blanket as the man tries to open her car doors but can't and walks away. She speeds off and calls her friend and asks her to look up the address of Mountaintop Motel so she can give it to police. Her friend's quiet for a second and then just says, "The Mountaintop Motel closed a week ago. If someone offers you this..."
The hotel closed a week ago. That's what I'm telling you. Don't go to them sketchy hotels, man. Go to a well-known hotel. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just go to it. Just don't go to no like Motel 7, Motel 8 or whatever like that. Don't go to them little hotels. Go to a main joint. I don't give a fuck. Spit out some money if you got it. If you don't got it, stay your ass at home and save up. You shouldn't even get no hotel if you got no money, bro. If you out here traveling and all that shit, you gotta have some money on you, bro. If you just winging it, you gonna have to thug it out in your car. You gotta thug it out in your car, man. You ain't gonna pay for no hotel. That shit going to gas. So if it's going to gas, then you have to sleep in your car. get some gas, sleep in your car, thug it out, and move it along for real. Don't go to no cheap hotel. I'd rather sleep in my car and go to a nearby Planet Fitness and shit and take a shower, and I'm on my way.
This, walk away. In 2016, a man was staying.
What do you say?
If someone offers you this, walk away. In 2016, a man was staying at his friend's.
Oh, before you even start that, but if anybody offer you anything, don't even accept it, because you already know what that comes. You already know if you accept it, you already know you're gonna have. It's like attachment and shit. You gotta do something for them now too. So.
His cabin in the woods when he decided to go for an evening stroll. A little ways down the trail, he hears someone call out from behind his neighbor's house. He looks up and he sees this skinny guy pop out from behind the building, who starts waving frantically at him to come over. Worried this guy could be in trouble, he takes off running to assist. But when he gets close enough, the neighbor just offers him a fistful of Slim Jims and starts talking about how much he hates
Slim Jim.
Thinking there was something wrong with this guy, he says no thank you to the Slim Jims and walks away. The next day, the man calls his friend who owned the cabin to ask him what the deal was with his weirdo neighbor. There was silence on the phone, and then his friend just says, I don't have any neighbors. The police are called, and it turns out his neighbor was really some lunatic who had recently killed his wife and had been hiding out in the abandoned cabin next door.
Oh, shit.
This is why you always say yes to tandoori chicken. In 2012, a high school tutor and her student stayed up so...
The fuck is tandoori chicken? What the fuck is tandoori chicken? I never heard of that before. That wasn't in my neighborhood carryout. Not my carryout. Not Eli's. Not Yum's. Not Grand China. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is tandoori chicken? Only thing I know is General Toast chicken and orange chicken. I don't know the fucking tandoori. The fuck is tandoori? I gotta look that up.
So late one night studying that by the time they were done, the buses had stopped running. Without another way home, the student asked if he could stay the night at her place. Reluctantly, she agreed. When they got back to the apartment, she fell asleep on her bed and he fell asleep on a blanket next to her bed on the ground. A few hours later, she wakes up to the boy standing awkwardly in the middle of the room with a very strange look on his face. She asks him, what's wrong? He looks at her and says, I'm really hungry. Let's go get some tandoori chicken. Confused, she says, it's 2 a.m., just get a snack in the cupboard. And he grabs her by the arm and he says, no, we are getting tandoori chicken right now. And he yanks her from the bed. Feeling totally caught off guard by this whole situation, she goes into the hall with the boy, and as soon as the door shuts behind them, she can tell that he is terrified. He looks at her and just says, I'm not actually hungry. When I woke...
It's these images. It's the images that just fucking me up right now. It's like, ugh. It make me feel for the story. It's like, ugh. The stories don't be that bad. It's just the images that Mr. Ballin is using. I'm glad Mr. Ballin is doing like little TikToks, because his longer versions, I really don't want to be sitting through a fucking 30-minute video. I like the TikToks.
Woke up, there was someone under your bed. This is why you should always trust your gut.
Wait,
You
what?
can tell that he is terrified. He looks at her and just says, I'm not actually hungry. When I woke up, there was someone under your bed. This is why you should always trust...
Hey, hold on. Man, I just caught that shit. I'm sorry, I'm slow right now.
Yes to tandoori chicken. In 2012, a high school tutor and her student stayed up so late one night studying that by the time they were done, the buses had stopped running. Without another way home, the student asked if he could stay the night at her place. Reluctantly, she agreed. When they got back to the apartment, she fell asleep on her bed and he fell asleep on a blanket next to her bed on the ground. A few hours later, she wakes up to the boy standing awkwardly in the middle of the room with a very strange look on his face. She asks him, what's wrong? He looks at her and says, I'm really hungry. Let's go get some tandoori chicken. Confused, she says, it's 2 a.m. Just get a snack in the cupboard. And he grabs her by the arm and he says, no, we are getting tandoori chicken right now. And he yanks her from the bed. Feeling totally caught off guard by this whole situation, she goes into the hall with the boy, and as soon as the door shuts behind them, she can tell that he is terrified. He looks at her and just says, "I'm not actually hungry. When I woke up, there was someone under your bed. This is why you should always..."
That's a fucking crazy ass story. I'm not looking at the images no more. I'm looking at straight in Mr. Ballin's face like, nah, that shit is crazy. Good thing that boy did. What the fuck? So he never came. Man, that shit got me stuck, man. That shit crazy. Somebody underneath your bed. He didn't come out. He just, what the fuck? He just looking like the whole time just. Shh. Nah, fuck that. He would have got shot.
Always trust your gut. In the early 1970s, a college student... This is why you should always trust your gut. In the early 1970s, a college student decided to hitchhike his way home after class. A car pulls up, a man offers him a ride, and he climbs in. As soon as the car started moving, the student felt totally uneasy, like something was wrong but he couldn't quite place it. Without saying anything, he waited till the next time they slowed down and he flung the door open and ran away. 2 years later, he's flicking through TV channels when he comes across this special interview with a death row inmate. And it's just the audio recording, so he hears the interviewer ask the inmate, "Why did you remove all the door handles inside of your car?" The man just goes, "Well, the first time I tried to kill someone, I picked up a college hitchhiker who got smart at some point and jumped out of my car. So, lesson learned, remove all the door handles." When they showed his picture, the student knew immediately that he was supposed to be the first victim of John Wayne Gacy, aka the Killer Clown, who had killed over 30 men and boys in his clown room and stuffed them into his basement. This is why you should always...
What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? That would traumatize me. He was supposed to be the first victim. Oh my god. Slim. Yo, I'm about to be looking at these jokes now. Man, fuck y'all opinion. I don't care how many likes or views that I get now. I'm a binge watch these jokes now. God damn. You can't be showing that.
Trust your gut. In the 1970s, a young couple decided to go for a late night hike in the woods. A couple minutes into their walk, and the man remembers thinking something's not right. He tells his girlfriend, but they just decide to ignore it and keep going, until he steps on something that felt really soft, like it was alive. Before he has a chance to see what he stepped on, they hear all this rustling in the bushes next to them, and they bolt. Years later, that couple turns on the TV, and a death row inmate who's about to be executed is being interviewed. And they ask him, "Was there ever a time that you were almost caught red-handed?"
He got stepped on.
He responded, "Yes, one time. I was in the woods, and a couple walked through, and the man actually stepped on the body of the girl I had just killed. I was hiding in the bushes.
Hold on, what?
Stepped on the body of a girl I had just killed.
Oh.
I was hiding in the bushes just a few feet away. They didn't see me." That couple had run into one of the worst serial killers of all time,
Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
No.
Supposedly, this is what the fallen angel Lucifer looks like.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't
Man,
spend
what?
time on Amazon
Nah,
until you watch
man.
this first. Watch.
Back to the video.
This is what the fallen angel Lucifer looks like.
Yeah, they say he was a beautiful angel or something like that.
And this is what the moon looked like on March 31st.
Lucifer basically looked like it's not eagle, it's not falcon, off of guts. I mean off of I forgot the anime name. And that's my favorite anime. That's how bad my memory is. Berserk. What's his name? Yeah, that's his name, Griffith. Like the nigga basically looked like Griffith, basically like a beautiful evil person that just fucked up inside.
2020. I don't know about any of you guys, but this is scary, especially with everything going on in the world right now. Pretty cool.
Let this be a reminder that there really are monsters out there.
Cool picture.
In 2007, a woman living right near a prison in California got home late one night and went right to bed. Around midnight, she woke up to footsteps on her first floor, assumed it was her roommate, so she goes downstairs to say hi.
Get your
She goes
gun!
up to her roommate, who doesn't say anything, and then in walks this giant man who she doesn't recognize. She runs upstairs, jumps in her closet into the crawl space and hides. As she's helplessly tucked away in this little crawl space, trying not to make any sound, all she hears is this giant man sprinting around her house, running into walls, flipping furniture and screaming in frustration because he can't find her. Finally, after several hours, she slowly opens the crawl space back up, crawls out and gets her phone off the nightstand and calls police. As she's telling the police her story, she describes the person who had broken in, and they stop her and say, "Ma'am, go back."
Oh, I hope that's not the real person. If that is, like, what the fuck? Yo, this dude is not human. This nigga is stone face. What the fuck is this? He like a Dragon Ball character. No, matter of fact, he like I don't know. He's supposed to be strong, but I don't know. He started starvation. I don't know, man. This nigga look weird.
Back in the crawl space and stay there. We'll be there as soon as we can. It turned out a 6'11" convicted murderer had escaped the prison and was still on the loose.
That's him? Really? Oh, I've seen this before. This was years ago.
If you scare easily, I wouldn't watch this video. In 2013, a mine explorer found this entrance to an abandoned mine and decided to go have a look around. He decides to film his experience and upload it to his YouTube channel, where he had uploaded hundreds of other videos of him exploring mines, but he never once references the paranormal or ghosts or anything like that, until this video. As soon as he steps foot inside, he tells the camera that he has a really uneasy feeling about being there and wonders if he should even keep going, but he does. Everything seems pretty normal until he gets to a section in the mine where there's a bunch of chains hanging down from the ceiling. He hears something in the back of the tunnel, so he pulls his flashlight out and he shines it towards the back, and he sees a chain swinging, and it shouldn't be, because there's no draft and he's all alone, and you can tell he's scared by the way he starts talking. Although he's totally freaked out, he wants to know what's causing the chain to swing, so he goes farther and farther into the mine until he hears something. People whispering in every direction. He gets totally spooked and runs out. If you don't want to sleep tonight, watch the whole video. This is why you should never open your door for strangers. In 2013, a woman let her dog out to use the bathroom one more time before bed. After only a few minutes, she starts hearing scratching on her door, which is typically the sound her dog makes when he's ready to come in. But it just seemed way too soon for him to be done being outside. So she decides to look through the peephole to make sure it really is her dog. But what she sees is terrifying. A deranged-looking man is right outside her door, staring intently at her door handle, waiting for it to turn open.
Shoot him in the face.
As she's looking in horror, unable to do anything, he starts scratching at the door as hard as he can, never leaving his gaze from the door handle.
Shoot him in the face.
To stifle a scream, she backs away and realizes her dog is still outside. So she goes to the side window, but there's no sign of her dog, and so she goes back to the door to see if maybe the man's moved. He hasn't moved, his mouth is open, and he's staring directly at the peephole. Then he turns around and walks away. With the man gone, she discovers her dog unharmed. His leash had just been cut. But that means he had a knife.
Terrifying facts about the ocean. Let's get into it. So we've explored...
Yeah, I'm glad it cut off right there, because talking about the ocean is like, oh shit. The endless bottom abyss. But that was a cool video. I actually enjoyed that one. But god damn, man. Scary shit. But that was a cool video, but that shit, some of that shit just make you think like, god damn. What type of scary shit did y'all run into? I ain't really run into no really scary shit, except for it's like ducking bullets in DC. That shit get treacherous, but all that paranormal shit, I never experienced nothing before. Like, it was just in my mind when I was a kid, but as an adult, like, when I got older as a teenager, like, I don't be experiencing no shit like that. It just be in your head and all that to me. But for me to believe it, not saying that I don't believe it, I just want to experience it, so I will know it's like, oh yeah, this shit is serious. Be careful what the fuck you run into and who you associate with, because you could be running into a demon. But I'm talking too much. But anyways, we gonna tell me what you think about the video. If you enjoyed it, if you want more content like this, please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new, and comment what you think about the video and what other videos that you want me to look at as well. And also, give me some more criticism. Like, let me know what should I do, what should I not do, and all that stuff. What y'all like and what y'all don't like, so I could make the channel better for y'all. So, hey, I'm in y'all service. So I'm basically, yeah. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace.